Howdy, 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 my darling Virgo. How are you doing today? My name is SimplyVelca, and today we're going to be getting into your weekly tarot reading, Virgo, for December 2022. So if you enjoy this tarot reading today, let me know in the comments below how this tarot reading resonates with you. That's how I keep up with you, Virgo, is through the comments, of course, right? Come on, this is your energy, Virgo, Queen of Earth, Queen of Pentacles, right? So as well, speaking of which, Virgo, if you are taking in your tarot readings on YouTube, which obviously you are, check out more than just your one zodiac sign. Just like in astrology and your horoscopes, you check out more than just your one sun sign. You check out your sun, moon, and your rising. Your tarot readings are no different, all right, Virgo? So if you're wondering why something's not resonating, that might be the case, all right? And then last but not least, Virgo, if you do enjoy this tarot reading, the best way to support me is completely for free. Just give this video a like and subscribe, and it does help me out a lot, all right? So I always appreciate those who take that extra step just to support me. All right, so let's just get right into this here for you, Virgo. All right, we have the Four and Queen of Earth, or Pentacles, because Pentacles is Earth energy, Virgo. And then the Page of Fire, all right? And the Page of Fire is Wands energy, if you're curious here. A lot of opportunity I'm noticing for you, Virgo, all right? I really wouldn't be surprised if you're going to be finding yourself, I mean, some of you might be finding yourself with the Christmas bonus here, all right? Christmas bonus here, like you're going to be getting like a good amount of like either income or just like some like income, or just like something in your physical life is really is like on the up and up. It might be like your living situation or something, job opportunity, like really solid. Let's take these cards individually here. You have the Four of Earth, Four of Pentacles, being too frivolous or cautious with money, good business decisions, and giving to those less fortunate here. And it's interesting energy here, Virgo, because you know this is a message of saying giving to those less fortunate, but in this sense here, not to say that you are of lesser than or anything, Virgo, but I feel as if you're going, this is like now your turn to finally start receiving. All right, to finally start receiving here. I feel like if you have done any type of investments, right? Excuse me. And the investments don't have to be initially like financially, right? Or stocks or, you know, cryptocurrency and stuff like that. It can be. If that is the case, like straight up here, Virgo, like I'm not lying. Like if you've done anything, this is not me saying that you need to invest in anything now. I'm not a financial advisor or anything, but truly like I just see something that you already have invested into, Virgo, really paying off quite a bit here. All right. And this could be a project as well. All right. This could be you investing time and energy and love into a person here. All right. You're whatever the case is, whatever you've invested into, you're about to be really receiving the fruits of your labor in that regard. All right. And something, again, intuitively, when I see, like when I can sit on this message here with the Four of Pentacles, this reads off to me, Virgo, like again, like you're going to be given something. It's like you have been giving so much of your time, your energy, even your money to people, and it's like I feel like it's finally like your turn to receive. You might be getting something really big on Christmas if you celebrate Christmas at all, or like any type of gift. Like I don't know, like I keep on hearing like gift, opportunity, or something like that. Like some really positive news is going to be coming in here that is just like, especially because of this Queen of Pentacles, which we'll get into in a moment. Because of that Queen of Pentacles, it's like really like it feels really good, Virgo. It feels really good to you. Now let's get into this Page of Fire, this Page of Wands. All right, news of an exciting new endeavor. Use your originality and ingenuity. Girl, I almost forgot how to say it. Using your originality and ingenuity. Now, when you think about the Page of Fire, the Page of Wands, this represents new opportunities coming into your life, Virgo. All right. And so what I want you to really be focusing in on at this time is being a little bit more daring. All right. I feel like you are being a little bit too comfortable either being a wallflower, or maybe you just are not usually the one that likes to grab attention or, you know, ask for things or anything in that sense there. But I feel like this is going to be really a time for you, Virgo, where it's like the more extroverted that you become, the more opportunity is going to find you. The more that you put yourself out there, the more risk that you take, the more that you receive in return here. All right. I really want you to be seeing your life at this time of where it's like anything that you put your energy into with that Four of Pentacles, it's really going to pay off in tenfold. It's going to bring forth opportunity. So especially if you've been thinking about delving into like a personal project of yours, all right, that you want to maybe make a hobby into a career, take something passionate, you know, a creative project and make it, you know, see where it takes you, right? Maybe you want to do tarot, for example, Virgo. Maybe you want to do tarot. Maybe you want to do your own social media thing. And this type of dynamic here, this is letting you know from your spiritual team, Virgo, where it's like, hey, if you were to, you know, put your mind and money to where your mouth is or where your thoughts are, it would pay off like so much. Like you wouldn't regret it. And the reason why I know this, not just from these two cards here, also I want to just be taking a note with this Page of Fire is like new opportunity coming in here. Now I don't feel like this opportunity is going to be handed to you on a silver platter as we talked about beforehand, but we're definitely talking about new opportunities here. So like, for example, if this was for me, I would be seeing this, oh, the more that I post videos on YouTube for tarot, I'm going to be having some type of really positive opportunity coming in that would really be paying the bank, honey. All right, whatever that could be. All right, now let's get into this Queen of Pentacles here. The Queen of Pentacles, or the Queen of Earth, talks about making times for those around you, taking a sensible approach, and dealing with challenges in a kind and understanding manner for you, Virgo. All right, you'll notice with the synchronicity with these two cards here where it's just like it's this consistent message of just like giving time and energy to those less fortunate and all that. And again, I feel like this is just for you. And I'm not saying that you are like broke or anything like that, Virgo, because I know someone in the comments is going to take personal offense to me saying that. That's enough for you, honey. But truly, like, what I really want to be getting across to you is like, I feel truly in that sense of where it's like, you're really going to be receiving something from somebody. Like, I don't know what this is. You're either going to be receiving something from somebody, or just like your hard work on a situation or the dedication towards something is really going to be giving something extremely profitable to you. Do you know what I mean? So let's start clarifying all of this here, Virgo. We have the Four of Cups coming in here, clarifying this Four of Pentacles. So this is what I want to be very blunt to you about, Virgos. Like, this is really important time for you to not ignore opportunities that are meant for you. All right. And so, for example, maybe you have always wanted to do social media. Maybe you've always wanted to, take that creative project of yours. Maybe you are into pottery or writing, poetry or something like that, Virgo. You're into something, and it's like you have received signs in the past about it. Like, I know you've received signs in the past about this, Virgo, or maybe people in your life have made passing comments in the past being like, oh, Virgo, you should do this. Have you thought about, selling readings, whatever the case is for you. And it's like, oh yeah, that sounds fun. That would be so fun to do, but then you don't do it. All right. And Spirit's just sitting here waiting for you to grab up at this opportunity, because it's like, once you are waking up and acknowledging this cup here, because let's unpack this here, Virgo. All right, the Four of Cups, this is who you are in this card. This is an individual who is sitting under a tree, arms are crossed, eyes are closed, representing that they're closed off to the situation, closed off because of their current situation with these three cups here that are empty. So they're just like, oh, since nothing's going on positive in my life right now, I don't want to entertain anything new. And so because your arms are crossed, eyes are closed, you're closed off to what you'll notice. This one cup from this cloud is just, I always like to say that's your spiritual team, Spirit trying to hand this cup to you, but you don't see it because your eyes are closed. You're closed off to the situation. So you're stuck in a situation right now, or like because there's something going on in your current environment, you're not open to things, Virgo. It's like you don't give something the time of day that if you were to give the time of day, it would be so profitable for you. Now, maybe your reasoning is valid. Obviously, your reason more than likely is valid, Virgo, but maybe you are juggling with quite a bit. And so, maybe you always said, it's like, oh yeah, Velka, like I would love to like do social media, but reality is I just have a lot going on, right? And that's okay. All right. But I feel like if it's important for you to acknowledge and be like, okay, Velka, I have a lot going on, but what are we going to do to take care of it? Right. Because that would be my response to you, Virgo, if you're sitting right across from me and be like, oh, Velka, I would love to do social media, but I don't know how to make that work because I have all this other stuff I got to manage. Well, my response would be like, okay, Virgo, I understand that you are feeling frustrated or feeling overwhelmed with your current situation, right? Things are never as easy as tarot sometimes likes to make it seem, or very black and white as tarot likes to make it seem here, right? But what can we do to lessen the burdens of like what are like all the things that you've been having to juggle in your life, Virgo? All right, because if you were to do that, all right, if you were to manage that, Ten of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles is the best card in the deck when it comes to financial endeavors, when it comes to stability in your life, when it comes to that family life there. So it's really positive there. So it's like, I'm not dismissing your current struggles or just like your time restraints and stuff like that, Virgo. The only thing I'm trying to challenge you on, I suppose, is that like I see such an extremely positive reward for you if you were to make the time. All right. And so don't take this as me shaming you or anything like that, because I completely get it, darling. I out of anybody completely gets it. But I just really feel like if you were to delve into this now, like opportunity would just find you, right? Opportunity would just find you with that page of fire, that page of wands. All right, so let's get a little bit more detail. Yeah, Knight of Cups. It would find you, Virgo. Like, Knight of Cups is clarifying this page of fire here, this page of wands. And then the Page of Pentacles, the opportunity, the money would find you, but you have to just start initially entertaining it, Virgo. All right, you just have to initially start entertaining it. I also want to be noting here from a social aspect, because of this Knight of Cups and Page of Pentacles, I wouldn't be surprised, Virgo, if someone comes reaching out to you and, you know, that is the beginning of like a new friendship, a new connection coming in there, right? I never like to add romance or anything to my readings just because, you know, I don't know if you're interested in romance or not, but ultimately it's just a human connection coming in here, all right? And I feel like someone would be reaching out to you, extending out communication, but it's requiring you to do what we talked about in this first portion here, Virgo, right? Where it's like you're putting yourself out there and so on and so forth. The right people will come into your life to help give you direction. For example, if you want to write a book, Virgo, and become an author, just worry about writing that book. Don't overwhelm yourself with thinking like, oh, how am I going to get it published? Da, 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 da. Trust your spiritual team and letting you know, like, and them having your path cross with people that can help you get to that goal of having your book published. They're going to make sure the right people are on your path, excuse me, at the right time for you, Virgo. Does that make sense? And then let's get into this Queen of Pentacles real quick before I move on for your reading here. Devil card coming in here. Some of y'all have this sense of guilt? Five of Pentacles coming in here. It's like, this is interesting to me, Virgo. It's like you have like this sense of guilt or this anxiety and being like, oh, Velka, I would love to write a book, but I don't think I'm a good writer. I would love to do social media, but I'm not attractive enough. It's like you have these desires, but then you beat your own self down because of insecurities or what have you. But at the same time, it's like, you know, I challenge you on this, Virgo. It's like you want to write that book, but you think it's like, oh, I'm not a good writer. But I know on some level, Virgo, that you acknowledge that you're a good writer because you don't lose sight of that. Like whether it's like now or whether it's like 5-10 years ago when the idea first was brought up to you and all those signs that consistently pointed to you being a writer, like, you know, on some level that you're not going to give up on this desire, on this dream until it happens. All right. And so if you truly thought it was hopeless, if you truly thought you could not do it, you would give up on it. Right. I don't entertain the idea of being a president because I know I'm not going to be a president of the United States. Right. So I don't even I don't feed energy into it. You know, it's just logical. You know, you don't feed energy into something that you know is a lost cause. And so I'm here to let you know, Virgo, even if it makes you uncomfortable in acknowledging this, right? Maybe you're a little bit shy about it. You know yourself that you're meant for something bigger. And maybe you're trying to avoid sounding like a cliche because, you know, a lot of people have dreams and aspirations of whatever the case is, and that's fabulous. I feel like everyone should have those types of dreams and aspirations, but this is your journey. This is your story here. And so it's like, there's nothing shameful about that. There's nothing to be shy about that. Go after this, Virgo. Go after this. All right. So that's what I see there for you, darling. All right, a lot of things manifesting for you, really positive opportunity there. But before we go into your oracle reading, I want to check out a little bit more about just your social life right now, Virgo. How people are perceiving you, perhaps people you're dealing with. Maybe some new energy might be coming in there. But yeah, let's get into this. We have the Ace of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, and then the Knight of Wands coming in here. So two different suitors. It's two different, I say two different suitors because court cards, you have two different knights, which are court cards, which can generally represent people, Virgo. So that's the interesting part to me about this initial portion here. But this reads off to me as like two different social connections. I had this type of dynamic last week for a reading. I don't remember which zodiac sign it was though. But this reads off to me, Virgo, where it's like a couple different people have their eyes on you here, and not in like a malicious or malevolent way or anything. It's this sense of like, as I was saying beforehand with your previous spread, Virgo, Spirit is going to make sure your path is going to cross with the right people to help you, you know, get that book published or whatever it is for you here. The reason why I reinforce that message is this Ace of Earth, Ace of Pentacles coming in here. ultimately what I see here, Virgo, is like at least two different social connections, because I do feel like they're very separate from one another here. Two different social connections. One's going to find you while you're in the middle of going after that dream. Like this connection, one like this Knight of Swords, I don't feel like is going to come forward to you, Virgo, until you start going in, like delving into that journey, right? And so let's just say for a writer, for example, right? I don't feel like you're going to cross paths with this like fellow writer or fellow creative until you start actively starting on that path there. I got to be honest, all right? But this Knight of Fire, this Knight of Wands is something I feel like is a little bit more current, a little bit more relevant here. Even in the back of the deck, we have the Ten of Cups coming in here as well. There's some type of relationship in your current now, I feel like, is really going to be progressing in a positive way, especially with that Ten of Cups. That's that family life, that fulfillment there. But let's see a little bit more about this here. The Emperor card coming in here, the Five of Wands, and then the Four of Swords coming in here. All right, so this is just like a little bit of a side note message here, Virgo. This reads off to me like someone in your life. Maybe it's like a family member, maybe this, someone that you have emotion towards anyways, right? You definitely know them, all right? Maybe you guys got into a fight, a tiff, or maybe something was going on in your life or this other person's life where you haven't been able to communicate with them for a while, right? Because I do feel like there's this sense of like silence and just not really being able to engage with one another, right? I feel like someone's going to be making a reappearance in your life here, Virgo. A lot more active an appearance in your life. So maybe there's someone that you've been distant from for a while. I feel like that's what Spirit is trying to just get across to you. So let me know what type of connection that you think that might be in the comments, Virgo. All right. But we're going to move on from that and get into your oracle reading for December now, Virgo. See what's going to be, what oracle message needs to come forward for you. We have the Nightingale Spirit for you, Virgo. Number 5 in numerology, which I was noticing was following you quite a bit, Virgo, throughout your reading. So write down the number 5 in numerology, see what messages that has, Virgo. The Nightingale Spirit is love is all around. Ultimately, Virgo, this is reinforcing what I was saying right just beforehand, with these two different knights in the Ace of Pentacles, all right? This is a really positive sign for you, just straight up, where it's like a lot of people care about you, Virgo. A lot of people love you. Some people that you're not aware of. I feel like you would be really surprised by where you show up, like whose minds you show up in, right? I feel like you think you're forgettable or people don't think about you or all that much or anything, Virgo, but you'd be really pleasantly surprised by who actually is thinking about you, wondering what you're up to. And I feel like someone's actually going to be taking action towards that here in the coming days. I'm just taking from the back of my other deck here. Page of Swords in a social type of way, Virgo. The Page of Swords is someone that's paying attention to you, watching you from afar. The Page of Swords is also like a sense of like a little bit of a rough communication as well, immature communication. So there's something more to be developed, really reinforcing that message there, where it's like, I don't feel like you guys are actively speaking at this point, but I really wouldn't be surprised if they reach out to you, because even afterwards is the Sun card and then the Seven of Pentacles. And then I feel like, yeah, the Moon card coming, darling, this the cards just write the story just writes itself here, Virgo. Straight up, this is like a type of dynamic where it's like someone's going to be reapproaching you here. I don't know if you guys got into a fight. That's not my business to delve into here, but this is definitely like a dynamic of you don't expect it coming because of this moon energy. You don't expect it coming, but it's a really pleasant surprise, right? With that sun energy, the most positive card in the deck here, right? And with that Hierophant there, it's like that sense of where it's like, yeah, we weren't talking for a while, but we have like this connection. We have too much history to just give this up. We have too much that we've built on to just give this up type of dynamic there. So really interesting messages overall for that, Virgo. Let's get into your moon oracle card today before I send you off on the rest of your day, Virgo, on the rest of your Monday. Let's take a look here. New moon in Pisces, attuning to the divine. All right, Virgo, you definitely have some type of spiritual force trying to reach out to you at this point in time. Now, I don't really want to go into too much detail about what type of spiritual force or anything, because that's your personal practices. That's your own personal belief. Some people have a good relationship with angels. Some people don't want to talk to angels. Some people know their ancestors, whatever the case is. Virgo, you already have been receiving some spiritual signs in your environment. I get like, even as like a message, you might have been misinterpreting some of the spiritual signs as like either like a negative, or maybe you're just like, oh my gosh, is someone cursing me or like giving me the evil eye or something. Not, obviously, Virgo, if something aggressive is happening in your life, that's probably not your ancestors or spiritual guide, and you probably need to cleanse. But I do definitely feel like there's been some spiritual activity going on in your life, maybe in your dreams, that's been popping up in, and delve into that more. explore that more. But as I said, I don't want to go into too much detail about it just because your spiritual beliefs, your spiritual practices is your business. I'm just the messenger. All right. And so do what you makes sense for you, darling. Right. There's no right belief or wrong belief. So I love you so much, Virgo, and I'll send you off on the rest of your day. I hope you have a lovely one. All right. Bye, Virgo.